You are welcome back. This is the concluding part of our series of videos which we have been doing on Kickstart Beginner for Excel for Beginners, where we assume that you, as a user of Excel, you are just getting to know Excel for the first time and you are resuming in a role, maybe on your job as an accountant or an HR, that is going to be in need of Excel, and you want to be able to work with minimal or no supervision. So, the series of what we have taught you so far is to give you a startup that will make you independent and be able to do a lot of things on your own. So, we have looked at Excel, what Excel is, we have looked at Excel interface, we have looked at navigating Excel, we have looked at how to deal with data in Excel in terms of recognizing data, in terms of looking at text, time, numbers, characters, and all of that. So we have looked at formatting data in Excel. We have looked at Excel functions and formulas. We have looked at cell referencing. We have looked at cell referencing, yes. We have looked at charts. We have looked at, I think, so far so good. We have looked at range and tables in Excel and how to manipulate them. And we have looked at charts, as I've said. So we are concluding this session and this video with this session that want to summarize the key shortcuts we have introduced you to along the line of the teaching. This shortcut we have written here is not an exhaustive shortcut, but it's what should be enough for you to start as an Excel user and be able to find your way around. So, but as you begin to use and learn more about Excel, we are very confident that you will add more other shortcuts to your library of knowledge. But with this, we are very confident that you can navigate through efficiently and time and save time when you are doing your work in Excel. So to start with, in most Microsoft applications, you will know that Control C means to copy, Control X means to cut, Control V means to paste, Control Z is to do undo, and Control Y is to undo. As a matter of fact, because I've changed, look at this place, this line that I'm here. Before, when you come down here, look at this place. This is what we call the quick access toolbar. Initially, what you will have from this, I have customized this to have this shortcut to this menu options. But initially and default, what you will have there, you have undo, you will have redo, you will have open, you will have save. But because I already know the shortcut for undo and redo, it will become a waste of time if I have them here. So most time I would prefer to uncheck them. I check this now, you will see that it will come there. Can you see here? Right. So, but I don't want it because I already know that. Even save, I don't need it. This is the save button. I rarely use it. All I need to do is to press Ctrl S. So I can see it's taken away from that. So I'd rather fill it with shortcuts of things that I use, but it will take time for me to navigate through them. Like print preview that you have done and some other things that you see here. So in another video, I'm going to teach us more about quick access access toolbar. But for the purpose of this class, I'm just introducing those to you for a reason why you don't see Control C, Control X on this tool line. Okay, so because this is likely that that's what you're going to see in your own Excel when you open it. Now, Paste Special, you can see Paste Special is Control what? Control plus Alt V. We'll get that too. So maybe I should have added that to paste. Paste is Control V. So Paste Special is already giving us Control what? Control Alt V. So I need to copy something. So I say copy, that's Control C, Control Alt V, Control Alt V brings out the spatial dialog box. So we are going to get to that as well. So this Control Y is redo what you have done before. Okay. So Control D, we have introduced Control D to you when we were teaching, I think, referencing. So Control D will allow you to copy something down, where Control R will allow you to copy to the right. Okay, so that is done here. For instance, if I want to copy what is here, I want to copy it to this I press Ctrl D, it just gives me that. Okay. For instance, if I want to copy these things to the right, I just press down my shift key and select to the right the point I want to copy to, and then I press Ctrl R. Can you see it copies that same text to the right? So we have taught you that. Let me undo Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Okay, so we have that. Then Control key. The Control plus arrow keys will help you to navigate your documents. Okay, so if you navigate, you press Control and then an arrow key, whether to up, it will go up, whether to down, it will go down. You can see what you have here, because this table or box you are looking at, my data is from this point to this point. So if I press Control up, it will go up to copy. Can you see? Control down, it goes down to the last item on the range or on the table. Can you see that? If I press Control home, it will go to the first cell in Excel itself. So that's how to use Control to navigate. So if I have a set of data that is very long and I want to move from the top to the bottom, so I just press Control down arrow. So it will give me to the bottom. So for instance, I want to move a Control down arrow. It goes exactly to the bottom of the data. But of course, if there is space, maybe there is space, sorry, that is still on the keyboard. That is why you have that. Okay, so let's create an artificial space here. So now let me put my cursor here again and decide to press Control down arrow, page down. Can you see? It stops here because here there are space or there is space here. So it will stop where the last space is. Okay, so it means that if I want to move down again from this point, I have to press down my arrow key, press from this point. Okay, I'll press down my arrow key, and then if I want to move down, I press down my arrow key. So pressing down your arrow key can move you one cell down, one cell up, left or right. Okay, but if you want to jump to the last point of data set, Control down arrow, Control up arrow, Control left, Control right. Can you see it jumps to that? Okay, so that's how to use the Control key to navigate. The Shift key is to to select, while Control is to navigate. So if you want to select anything, for instance, even this place, I want to select it. I press the Shift key and then press my arrow key. If I press to the left, you select to the left. Can you see? I'm keep pressing to the left until I get to where I want to go. Okay. If I select this, I press to the right. That is arrow to the right. Can you see? It will select that. If I want to go up, I press up arrow. Okay, if I want to come down, I press down arrow and then and see like that. So control, the shift key is for you to do what? To select. Now, if you now want to move and select at the same time, then you now press the control shift plus the arrow key. Move and select up and down, left or right at the same time. So if you have something here and want to move down and select down, we press Control Shift down arrow key. You can see it goes down once first at one time, and it also selects everything at one time to the point where the data is broken, right? So if I come here, I can do the same thing, Control Shift down arrow. Can you see that? Okay. So if I want to select from here now down, Control Shift down, can you see that? If I were down here, I want to select or Control Shift up arrow key, right? If I am here, I want to select to the right, Control Shift right arrow key. Okay. I won't go up, I'll continue to go up. You can see that. So those are the ways you can select faster and move faster in Excel. So the hotkey is call up the menu options, which will introduce you to. If you don't know the shortcuts for anything, any menu you want to use, you can just press the hotkey. It will bring up all the menu options, shortcuts to each menu options. Can you see? This is insert. We go to N. Home, we press H, and then from there you keep navigating. So for instance, if I press H, for instance, if I want to access this uh, format painter, and I press Alt, I have home key. I know it's on the home ribbon, right? So I press H. What will be the next thing to press? So from H, what do I have? I have what? FP. Can you see? So if I press FP, it gives me the access to. Can you see? Selected. Can you see uh, the format painter is selected? Escape. All right. So if I say Alt, for instance, I like. Now look at, for me, this is the way I paste things. You can see because of the quick access toolbar that I have customized, I customize all this. This autosave is number one, page setup is number two, set print area is my number three, freeze pane is my number four, number five, and so on and so forth. So if I want to access page setup, okay, I think I used to have paste. I have paste setup here. Okay, this paste setup, set print. Okay, if I know, okay, let me get something for space special, paste special. I can go to this. Let's go to this. I want to go to paste special. Where's the paste option now? Copy. Where's the paste option? Okay, this is the paste option. Sorry. For instance, this paste option, this is paste special. If I right click on it, see, as I right click on it, I can get it to what? Quick asset toolbar. Customize it. Customize hide access toolbar. No, it should give me add to quick access toolbar. That's what I want. I should be able to hide it. Okay, let me right click on it. That's for paste, but I need paste special. It's not giving me an option. Some will give me option to hide. You see, it is graying out here. It should not gray out. I don't know why. If I say copy, okay, and I come here, and I want to access that. I right click on it. Okay, that's for paste. It can give me, for instance, if I want to paste, add to quick access toolbar. So it's here now. Paste is here now. Okay, so it's, I don't know whether I can even move it. If I drag, no, it's not move. If I want to do that, I want to set it up on the. If I want to do that, I'll go and set it up under file and settings. But for the purpose of this class now, if I press Alt, remember what we are doing. If I press Alt button now, okay, you see it's number what? Number 8. So if I want to paste anything now, remember I've done copy. If I want to paste now, I'll just write Alt what? Right? 9. Ready? Can you see? Pasted what I had here. right? If I copy this, for instance, I say copy, instead of going through Ctrl V, if I don't remember Ctrl V, I'll just say Alt what? What is number 9 there? That is paste. I paste. And then you have it. Can you see that? Good. So that's how to navigate a menu with the Alt key. And of course, the Alt equals to key is the what? Is the shortcut for the sum function. So which we have here. This sigma represents sum. So we have sum, average, count, maximum, minimum, and more function. We have said that before. And then the control keys. That's another thing that I need to introduce you to. If you want to insert rows or column, if you want to insert rows or column, you use the Control Shift and the Control plus Shift key. Okay, Control plus Shift plus the plus key, or you Control minus key, or it can be Control plus and Control minus. If you are using the numeric keypad, you will need just Control plus. But if you are using the alphanumeric keypad, you will need Control Shift plus. But if you are deleting, you just need, whether you are using the alphanumeric pad or you are using the numeric keyboard, you just need Control minus. Let's demonstrate that. So we have this range of data. Can you see? Let me make it bolder. Give it a border. Okay. If you have this range of data, so if I want, for instance, I want to insert 2 rows. So if I press Shift, Control Shift plus, it gives me the option, the dialog, insert dialog option, insert to the left, shift cell down. So I can shift the cell down. I mean, these two things that I've selected there, I can shift them down. If I want to insert the entire row, of course, I will insert entire row by clicking on this and say, okay. Can you see? It inserts 2 rows up or that, right? So let's press it again, Control Shift plus, say entire. Okay, if I want to, okay, let me give you another thing. If I want to insert, I don't want to insert entire row, but I just want to insert another range, okay, in between this, and I press that Shift plus, I'll say Shift cell down. So it will shift this one that I selected down and create another one. It won't create a complete row, but it will only create another range from H to what? To N. Okay, so let's press Shift cells down now. You can see, so it has shifted what I selected and created another range. So maybe I wanted to insert only within this place. I don't want to insert a new row completely. You can see here there is no new row. If there is a new row, it will have affected this place. Let's try it. Control Z. If there is a new row, Control Shift plus. If I say entire row, you see what will happen. Entire, you see, a new row has been inserted, right? Well, with this one being affected, everything along being affected. But if you just use Control Shift plus and then you say Shift cells down, okay, and then you have this, it will only create for this. It will lift the other part of the rows intact. All right, that is Control Shift plus. So if you are using Microsoft 365, you just need Control Shift plus, or even any other version. It's better if you don't remember Control Shift plus, just simply use Control plus. If I press Control and plus on the alphanumeric keypad, I won't get anything. You see, nothing will get. But if I go to the same shortcut and I press Control but plus on the numeric keypad, I'm going to get the insert cells dialog option. Can you see that? So, and I choose what I want. So that applies for Control Shift or Control Shift plus. And then Control minus is to activate the delete cells or rows or columns option. So if I press Control minus, whether on the alphanumeric keypad or on the numeric keypad, it will give me the same thing, and I can take my option to shift cells up or down, to delete up or down, and all of that and all of that. So this is a shortcut that must be very handy for you when you are working. Now this delete of cells and inserting of cells are also here. You can see this group under the home ribbon, and this group talks give you insert cells. The same this same dialog box. Can you see? So the same thing you were doing with that, you could do with this. Okay, the same thing if you are deleting, you could do with this. Okay, and then for instance, if you want to format cells or range of cells, I think we taught that as well. We want to autofit row, autofit column, so you can have all of that as well. So I think those are the most essential of the key shortcuts that you are going to need. Let me just add just one or two to it. Now, we also taught you flash fill and autofill. So flash fill and autofill are also part of what? Are also part of shortcuts that you will be needing. So another thing I need to tell you or teach you here. For instance, this is date 13th of December 2025. If I want to copy this same date down here, I'll select all of these. Okay, let's say I want to change it to 14th. Okay, I put 14. So instead of typing or copy and selecting all and pasting, I will just select that like that and change it to 14 and press Control Enter. The whole everything will change to the same thing. Can you see that? Okay. So if I undo that, so even if there were data there before, so for instance, if I select everything now and I want to change it to, let's say 15, I just come here, I say 15, Control down, and everything changed to what? To 15. So that's another shortcut that you may find handy when you are working on Excel. So this is how far we can go for this first session. Remember, our platform is Biz Data Consult. So we'll be giving you more on Excel, BI, AI, and every other thing we need. We know Microsoft Office tools, every other thing we know that is going to be useful for you as a career person, as somebody working in an office, and more and more. So if you like this video, this shortcut, and the other videos we have done, and you have gained a lot of value with this, which I'm very sure you will have, so kindly subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so that anytime we post useful videos like this, you will be notified.